I'm Freya. I usually get the bus to Peterlee, Shotton, Shiny Row and Sunderland. I'm 16, so I can't drive or anything yet. And also my parents don't drive, so I have to rely on buses to get around.
I am Sharon Riley and I'm a carer for Joan Ritchie and I'm also her daughter. Joan had a stroke in 2019 and is wheelchair bound.
My name is David. Now, don't use public transport if I cannot help it. I'll walk from here to Peterlee, something like that.
Joan has lived in Hordern since 1951. She was part of the community. She worked in the local shop for a number of years. She ran the bottom shop. And then when she retired, Dr. Shandy asked her to set up Roseby Road Wellbeing Centre. And then when her stroke hit in 2019, it all stopped. We hadn't moved her very long in this bungalow when COVID hit. So she was stuck in COVID. When we tried to get out, when we finally could get out, it was so difficult. It just caused more anxiousness than anything for me, because I have to deliver going out. I have to make arrangements to make sure that she's out and she's seeing people. It is so difficult. We face potholes along Sunderland Road, the lack of drop curbs, people parking on paths, and we can't get past either way. This drop curb would put you straight into the road, not across. Drop curb should be opposite each other, and these two aren't. And I think this one is actually illegal because it's not opposite, it's at an angle. We don't go out as often as we would like to go out. And also the Link 2 bus, the County Durham bus, only has a 5-mile radius. So if we picked up from here, Peterlee Town Centre doesn't have many shops. And because the local taxis have school contracts, they won't work through the day because they've got a school contract. So we can't get a taxi. So we're really stuck in transport and how we get to places.
This is Peterlee bus station, and it's not like bad, it's just always really busy and it isn't like very clean, like it should be cleaned more often. And they say they have like security for, say, like people causing problems, but you never see them or anything. Sometimes later, like at night, there's like drunk people or intoxicate, like with substances, and they're always very like loud and quite boisterous, and sometimes they'll like speak to you when you very clearly don't want them to, and it makes you feel a bit anxious and vulnerable, and yeah. Usually if I'm getting a bus on my own, I'll text my mum or my dad to say where I am, and they'll be like constantly messaging, worrying about what's happening, where I am, if the bus is okay, if there's anyone on it that seems dangerous. It causes my parents anxiety when I get on the bus on my own. If I couldn't get a bus, I would have to order a taxi, and it costs a lot of money, and it's sometimes unsafe being on your own in a car with a random stranger. Sometimes buses either don't arrive or they're late, and sometimes they'll like break down and stuff, or they'll be too busy to let more people on. I can be late to like school or my dad's house or places I'm meant to be.
Round these houses, there's a lot of activity going on with the drugs problem we had and the drink problem. You always get people on the corners. There's a gang there and I'm not going past them. So I take a detour and go another way. That's when I feel unsafe if there's a gang. It would happen now, I'd do the same. Because they stare at you and they always say things as well. So, you know, like, because they influence what they've been taking. That stopped me going out, really. Dog muck's still the #1 problem. The wardens have been out. They're doing their job as much as they can, but the dogs is coming back. And now the parents, the people who's got the dogs, are just letting them out. Or they could be strays, and there's a lot of strays about still. And the side streets usually covered in muck. This road it still gets covered in muck. Nighttime, no, because you don't want to be standing in it. But during the day, you can see where, you know. But it's getting there, but it's taking its time. Get the streets cleaned up. Now, if I use the bus, you seize up. You seize up. If you're sitting on the bus, it's no good to me. I've got to be on the go all the time.
One of the like nice, decent things about buses is I'll like have conversations with people, or like I'll have like people will talk to me when I haven't like expected it, but they've been nice about it.
Joan loves going through the park and meeting people. For Joan, it brings on her talking because she has to talk to people while we're out. When the cafe's open, we love to sit and watch the children play and a gossip and a talk, and that really makes Joan's day.
It being so busy and like loud and boisterous makes me want to drive, because then I wouldn't have to deal with all the loud people and things.
It needs the walking routes doing up, because they got charity organisation doing them now. They make paths up, roundabouts, so you walk. Them's the walks you need, or you're going to walk on rough and strewn area. It's still okay, takes you in the other directions, but it needs, the paths needs putting right, or it needs that just to help you away. It's good for your mental health. That's one thing. If you've got your mental health, if you're somewhere there, go on the walk. I keep telling people, go on your walk, it clears your mind. You see something, then you forget what's on your mind. That's how I help myself. And that's the best way to be.
It would be perfect in Hordern if nobody parked on a path, if there was no potholes, if the paths were flat, and if we had dropped curbs everywhere, so we could choose where we dropped down and we didn't have to go the long way around with everything.
When you go on your walks like this just clears everything. Like today, this is perfect. Nothing on your mind, just the birds singing, shouting, and people around, just clears your mind. You just kind of beat this place. It's one hell of a place to be.